Well, hello. This is Boyd Barrett along with Curtis Folts, and we are doing the first podcast for the upcoming RCLT production of The Prisoner. Curtis and I are playing the lead roles in this and are having a great time. So we thought we'd like to include you in the experience as we go. So, Curtis, tell us a little bit, and tell the people that are listening to this a little bit about maybe what attracted you to The Prisoner.
The human condition. I read it when Frank Schlatter passed and they were looking for directors, and I was considering possibly submitting myself as a director, and I did. But I didn't mind when someone else got the directorship because I wanted to do this role. I wanted to chew this up and become this character. Now, I'll confess, I originally wanted to become your character. But as I've grown into this role, I've realized that there was a higher wisdom involved because the interrogator really does speak to a lot of my own attitudes. The role that I have of this highly intellectual, well-educated man who really loves to watch brains tick and see what difference he can make in that department is something that appealed to me strongly. And then to see his own challenge with his conscience and his own values being questioned and the results of his successes and the failure of his successes has just taken me right down to my own heart. I've really had to look at who I am and what I am to humanity by virtue of this character.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's really, of course, both characters are, but talking about the interrogator, he's so layered. I mean, there's so many layers to him, and it's a challenge to try to bring all of that out because he is somebody that has to struggle through this process of breaking somebody. He's really breaking the spirit of another man, and he's having to go through everything that the man is going through in a sense. And of course, the part that I'm playing is the prisoner, the Catholic cardinal who is arrested and interrogated and really broken to the point where he confesses to things that he didn't do. And it's an amazing thing, but in the process, like you said, you were attracted to that character because of some things that in your life. I'm also attracted to the prisoner because there are some things in his life, such as spiritual pride and just dealing with his own background and what makes him want to be who he is. So there's just tremendous emotional and psychological depth to this show. So it's just exciting. And of course, you know, Curtis and I are both looking forward to hopefully having a big audience to see this. It's not your usual fare for the Roswell Community Little Theatre. The people who come to see it are going to have to be ready for a deep psychological drama, something that they're going to have to think about, don't you think?
Yes, they'll be carrying this with them for a long time to come.
Yeah.
No two ways about it. It will affect how you look at the world, I promise.
That's right. Now it's coming up, of course, the last 2 weekends in March, the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, beginning March 23rd. So Friday and Saturday at 7:30, the Sundays at 2. So we want to invite you to be a part of this. We will continue to do some of these podcasts, and hopefully this will especially be good for actors who want to experience this with us, and we can begin to say maybe some of the techniques we're using, some of the things we're experiencing as we go through the process. So we'll do several more of these podcasts before the performance begins, and hopefully we'll have some of you listening and wanting to participate in this. So anything else, Curtis?
Well, I want to say that we look forward to any and all feedback. If these podcasts inspire you to email us or respond, we want to know what your feelings are. We want to know your observations. If you get a chance to see the show, that would be even more wonderful to get the feedback from that. And I look forward to seeing what that feedback is.
That's good. Now, of course, you can probably reach us. Some of you may be seeing this on Facebook or somewhere, but you can reach me at Boyd, B-O-Y-D, at Boyd Barrett, B-O-Y-D, B-A-R-R-E-T-T.com, and Curtis at
Curtis Folts, CurtisFolts, at yahoo.com.
All right. Well, that's the first of the podcasts we'll be doing for the upcoming production, The Prisoner, here in Roswell, New Mexico. All right. Goodbye.